these are just pour welds. There's damage here and here. There's a spot up here at the top of this post where you can see the paint's started to run. They took a hook, put it in this access hole, and just pulled until the panel ripped.
Problems uncovered after $11,000 worth of repairs.
It was frustrating, it was upsetting.
What you see on the surface is often not what's really going on.
Eyewitness News went undercover
To see it face to face is very real.
to see if blacks and whites are getting equal treatment when applying for home loans at Triangle Banks.
Years of personal information gone within seconds.
Grande latte, skim milk, unsweetened though, is that it? All righty.
They had to call the exterminator. Crushed, mangled metal. These cars don't look like they're going anywhere, but Eyewitness News discovered these cars will soon be salvaged and back on the road. To test the emergency hammer, we enlisted the help of the Bethesda Volunteer Fire Department and headed out to Wagner's Auto Salvage. Firefighter Neil Cagle got dressed in his gear and climbed into a wrecked car. Our first test cutting through the seatbelt.
No, it's not working.
He tries the lap belt, the shoulder belt, and different angles, but no luck.
The blade has completely disappeared.
Yes, after a couple of tries, the blade's pushed inside the handle, making this part of the emergency hammer totally useless. So we moved onto the window. Will the emergency hammer break the glass? After more than 2.5 minutes and more than 70 hits. Yes, 70 hits. The window finally breaks.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Not ideal in a life and death situation.
I don't think you could get out with it. It's a false sense of security.
What the firefighters do recommend is a device like this.
This is actually spring loaded. You hold it to the corner of the window and you push down and it just shatters the window and you don't have to use as much force.
The knife also quickly slices through a seatbelt and it's smaller than the emergency hammer.
Rain, sleet, snow, and hail. That's their motto.
20-year male veteran Mike Couch knows what's expected of him, but he also wants the public to know this sunshine is deceiving.
We spend most of our time back here on the back streets, and they haven't been cleared yet, so it's a little bit tough. I think actually today may be a little bit worse because the snow is packed. Pretty icy conditions. Just have to be even more careful.
Still, Couch has been able to successfully complete his rounds yesterday and today.
Thank you. You didn't have any milk for me?
No, I don't. But not everyone has been so lucky.
I think there's actually been some that they haven't been able to get to.
But he says there are things you can do to help your mail person make it to your mailbox.
If they will clean off some of their steps and the walks, I think that could help out a lot.
And times like these do call for patience, forbearance, and a little compassion.
I would understand it. It's perfectly fine if my mail doesn't come on time. It's just bills. No one wants that.
3, move the 5 ton to the bottom.
This U.S. Marine chopper arriving is a sign of safety in the role-playing exercises today at New River Marine Air Station. But there's a lot more to a rescue than choppers rushing in.
We're training for the possibility of evacuating American citizens out of embassies anywhere in the world.
Today's role-playing scenario, this building is an embassy where Americans and foreign nationals have come for refuge in impending evacuation from a country where tensions have flared. Then they're brought to an evacuation field for chopper pickup.
Takes a lot of coordination.
What my Marines are here for is to provide a security element.
They're keeping the bad guys away and we're taking the good guys.
Do you have anything in your pocket, sir?
And then we have to process people, make sure we have American citizens.
Then they wait for the chopper. The CH-53 lands but stays ready to go, turning and burning, while the evacuees strap on safety gear and prepare to board the chopper.
They get on the bird, the helo, and they get out of here. And then collapsing and getting ourselves out of here.
It's not really role-playing to us, it's serious business. This is not really that easy, but that's why they call Marines, so we can get the job done. Train as you fight, fight as you train.
Anyone who thinks baseball is an
So you have nothing to say that you continue to do work and you're not licensed. This contractor wasn't talking at our decoy house.
Can we talk to you about how can you operate without being a licensed contractor? You keep on saying you're licensed.
And this one wasn't talking at the courthouse. Both silent after taking thousands of dollars for jobs they're not even licensed to do.
I paid this man $48,650 and he abandoned my project.
This is what Darlene Burden's left with after she hired Jimmy Yellick of Universal Trades Construction to build an addition to her home.
Everything he did, other than the wall in the bathroom, has to be redone all over again.
This is a contract she says she signed with Yellick for $65,000. But this is a contract she says she found in the permit box outside her home for just $29,500. Why the difference? Darlene thinks she knows because Yellick's not a licensed contractor. And for any work over $30,000, you have to be. Darlene says Yellick emailed her his license number. But it's not a license number for general contracting. It's a privileged license number with Durham that allows him to do business in the city. This license has nothing to do with general contracting. And that's not the only problem.
This is my signature. That's the forged signature.
Yellick's now facing a forgery charge.
He stolen my dream. $48,000 is not easy to come by.
But even criminal charges didn't keep Yellick from saying he's licensed when we invited him to our decoy house to give us an estimate. He told our undercover producer he's ready to get to work.
We could do it, no problem. We just finished up one in Cary today.
Everyone has the right to represent yourself. Hire an attorney, apply for court appointed counsel.
Days later, outside court on the forgery charges, we confronted Yellick.
Mr. Yellick, I'm Diane Wilson with ABC 11. Can we talk to you about how can you operate without being a licensed contractor? You keep on saying you're licensed.
Excuse me, I'm the attorney. I said no thank you.
Well, can you tell us how he's operating as a licensed contractor?
Can you tell me why don't y'all follow a real story? There's other
This
things
is a
going
real story.
on
He
here.
has $48,000 of someone's money. $48,000. He's breaking the law. He's operating as a licensed contractor, and he's not a licensed contractor.
Again, no answers, just creative use of an umbrella. 2 weeks after he came to our decoy house, Yellick emailed our undercover producer and said for the first time, he's not licensed to do any work over $30,000.
Nice to meet you.
And Yellick's not the only unlicensed contractor accused of illegally doing work.
The thickness in this panel is 046.
Meet Michael Luchansky of Triangle Remodeling. Carrie Lee met him when he called his company Apex Construction.
I asked him, I said, how long will a job like this take? He said approximately with the weather and everything, give or take 90 days. No more than 90 days. We should be able to have everything done.
But a year later, Carrie's addition's not finished, even though she says she paid Luchansky more than $30,000 on contracts that total $38,500. Contracts Luchansky's not licensed to make, but Carrie says he can make excuses.
He's a con artist, really, because he talk a very good game.
We decided to see his game.
You know, I'm a family man. I got kids, and, you know, I take this very seriously.
Back to our decoy house with our undercover producer.
I don't cut any corners on anything, and it makes for a really nice looking job.
He assured us he was licensed.
I'm licensed, and I take care of all the permitting. I do all the drawings for you, have all the inspections made at the required times.
On his first visit, he couldn't give us an estimate, but a week later, he was armed with references, samples, and pictures of past work.
This is the porch ceiling I was telling you about.
And an estimate?
So tell her about 35 then for
30
inside and outside.
Yeah, 35 is a good.
That's $35,000 worth of work, and he's not licensed to do anything over $30,000.
Did I get you? I got your references. Did you get your license number and stuff?
Well, what I do on the proposal part of it, it's a packet.
Okay.
Just nice and neat like this.
Mhm.
It has everything all in it at one time.
Caught on tape, apparently offering to break the law, it's time to confront Luchansky.
Can we talk to you about your business?
Pardon me?
Can we talk to you about your business?
In reference to what?
Well, you're acting as a licensed contractor and you're not licensed.
I'm not acting as a licensed contractor.
That's not what he told our undercover producer earlier.
I'm licensed and I take care of all the permitting.
Now, it's a different story.
You've told us, you told Mark.
No, I'm not.
Yes. You want us to show you where you said you're licensed? We have it on your words, if you can see.
I'm licensed up to $30,000, man.
There
That's
is that
what
we
I'm
checked
licensed.
with the Contractors Board.
Okay,
There is no license.
$30,000 and under is what I'm licensed.
Okay, well
to.
look here. You've
Okay?
done some work for Carrie Lee. You signed a contract
you,
with her. $38,500. $38,500 is more than $30,000, and you're not licensed to do that kind of work. You just said you're only licensed to do up to $30,000. Here's a contract for $38,000.
Okay.
So you have nothing to say how you're ripping people off?
I'm
You
not
have more than
ripping anybody off.
you have more than $30,000
I'm
of
not
Carrie Lee's
ripping
money.
anybody
Signed
off.
this contract in May of 2006. Have you finished it?
She's gotten well more than the amount of money.
Have
that
you
she
finished
paid
the
me.
job?
It's in process right now.
Pictures of young girls showcasing their cheerleading spirit. These pictures were on Day Meets Night Photography's website and were taken by the Triangle Company.
Day Meets Night Video, or photography, was supposed to provide a video for the parents of the entire cheer season.
Shannon Toney says Day Meets Night would go to the girls' cheerleading competitions and practices, getting video and pictures of their season.
And they had the girls together as a group laughing, and it was just, I remember watching that thinking, I can't wait to get the video for that.
But that excitement turned to shock when the parents discovered an employee of Day Meets Night is a convicted sex offender. An employee that parents and one of the owners of Impact Fitness say took videos and photographs of cheerleaders on behalf of the company.
It's very disturbing, I don't like it at all.
Disturbing because Tran Allen Song was convicted 2 years ago of permitting a minor to assist in an obscenity offense. The assistant DA tells us that the conviction was part of a plea deal that stemmed from Song taking questionable pictures of a minor. 2 years later, in 2006, Impact Fitness contracted Day Meets Night to photograph and videotape more than 15 cheerleader and gymnastic groups at Impact Fitness. These pictures that were on the Day Meets Night website showcase that work. One of the owners of Impact Fitness didn't want to go on camera, but says it was never disclosed to her that the photographer was a convicted sex offender. She says she learned about Tran Song from a parent, immediately confronted him, and banned him from Impact Fitness. The owner of Day Meets Night Photography, Ariel Linderman.
Can we talk to you just about your photography company, Day Meets Night? No. We're just wondering why you have a convicted sex offender working for you, taking pictures of young girls. We know he's working for you. His name's the same.
Linderman didn't answer any of my questions.
These parents that have no idea that a convicted sex offender is working for you? You think it's okay that these parents know nothing about it?
And she didn't appear to want to talk about her ties to Tran Song. But the company's website domain name is registered in Song's name. He's not only listed as the administrative contact, but also the technical contact for the website. Also, until a month ago, the same address Song cited on the sex offender registry was the same address as Day Meets Night Photography. Our cameras caught Song and Linderman at that Carey home. And if you log on to the Day Meets Night website and get through the pictures of models, you'll see a comment section where one comment says, "Hey Tran and Ariel, it's a great website." Another comment as recent as 2 weeks ago states, "Wow Tran, Sarah told me you were good, but these are really good." As for Tony, she just wants Song to stay away from kids.
I don't want him to ever be in this type of profession again. I mean, photography, especially of children,